room to save the day.
Welcome to Mighty House. This is a show for people with problems, home improvement problems that is, and for people who want common sense guidance on how to build green and live a more sustainable lifestyle. Send an email. The Mighty House crew is on the job. This is Mighty House.
All right, we're back, and today we're going to talk about our offices. Where are we going to do this? There's a lot of work from home stuff going on today, and a lot of times, even they're splitting it. You're in the office 2 or 3 days a week. You're at home 2 or 3 days a week.
Right.
So how can we design our home office to work better for us and be more efficient? So that's what we're going to talk about today. But first, let's click on that subscribe button, dingle on the bell. That way you get notified next time we post something. And all right. Oh, you can leave us a message down there. So we get these comments that people leave now and again, and they send us emails. So we try and answer them as soon as we get them. So go ahead and do that also. So, okay, let's get started with this. And I'm gonna just share the screen right out of the box here. Let's do this and hit share.
There you go.
So look at that. What a beautiful office space. That makes you want to just come in and let's get to work, doesn't it?
No, quite the opposite. But I mean, and I've worked in cubicles in the past, for different builders doing different things. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know whoever came up with that cubicle thing is good. It's horrible. But
yeah.
Back in 2020 when COVID-19 hit and all the places shut down and everybody started working from home, I think everybody thought it was going to be a temporary thing. But, COVID went on for 2 years. And in some areas, it's making a comeback, unfortunately.
Yes.
But we found out that, working at the kitchen table while having the kids or others around isn't quite cutting it, right?
No.
So we've gotten a lot of calls for home offices or conversions.
Right.
So the reason we started with the cubicle picture is realistically, no, I don't want to work in a cubicle, but think about a cubicle. What does it have? It basically has everything you need for a home office.
Sure.
So one of the things we want to do is, what do you want it? Is it just a home office or can we make it a multitask room? If you're only working 6 hours a day or 3 days a week, let's say, can the other days be used for kids for their homework or maybe partially a craft room? So multi-use.
Right. Right.
So
good idea.
So then the other things, where can you do this? I mean, depending on your home, do you have a spare bedroom? Do you have basement space? Unused dining room?
Yeah. So
my last house, it was in the dining room.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah, nobody uses a formal dining room anymore. So an office is a lovely thing.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times too, you got a nice big table there to spread out on.
Right.
So,
but the only thing it's lacking is the doors for privacy. In a lot of dining rooms, you could actually frame it in and put in, a pair of 2-6 doors. You got a 5-foot opening then, and you can close the doors. And when the doors closed, we in session.
Right. Yeah.
So,
And then, you could have some nice glass French doors,
Right.
press it up. The other thing is, if you wanted to spend a little more money, you could throw in some pocket doors. That way you can, they're not going to be in the way when you open them and they're going to be taking up wall space. So
exactly. And in worst case scenario, maybe you need an addition to make this happen, which, I mean, that's probably your most costly, way to go.
Right.
But apparently it's becoming a big thing to putting small additions on the home where we used to have 3 season rooms. It's the home office.
Right. Right.
So, and all you need is it's just a typical floor plan. You know what I mean? And how many people you need it to be for. So obviously the privacy is the big thing, but based on your space and your windows and what your needs are, here's 4 simple floor plans for decent home office on, just over 1,000 or just over 100 square feet.
Right. Yeah.
11.6 by 10.6.
And actually we've got a project coming up we're going to be starting next year, that we're taking the front living room that doesn't get used, creating a nice walk-in pantry for the kitchen and creating an office space out of that. So they use their dining room. They don't use that front room. So
Is it that front room just to the left of the entry door that has the little, like the theater rope across it because it has a white carpet, white couch and all that?
Yeah, with the plastic, the clear
Yes,
plastic
that
cover
we were
over the
never
couch.
allowed to go into.
Right.
Yep, I know the front room well.
That's exactly it.
I know. I can't tell how many of those we tore apart and did exactly that, made the kitchen larger or whatever.
Yep.
So,
So
but I mean, seriously, what you need to work in though is, I mean, you got to need some privacy, right? You need someplace quieter with less flow of traffic. So the previous picture was just a real nice, I call it a minimalist office, right? You don't have a lot of desk or anything. But now this one, I like this. We've done wine rooms under stairs, but to do a desk under the stairs,
yeah, this is pretty slick.
it is, but also look around the corner. I'm seeing in the mirror, pretty nice staircase. I'm seeing the butler pantry, which we did the show on last week or week before.
Yep.
It's a nice house, but it makes me wonder if that's for the buyer or if that's for the maid.
Yeah, that's I don't think you're going to sit there and work all day.
No, that's house managers.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing. This is not, it's a great idea, but if you've got kids and so on, this is not conducive to a good work environment, right? People walking by, going up and down the stairs, you know, to me, it's, yeah, that's, if you're by yourself, okay, I could see that, you know what I mean? So
Yep.
don't jump on it without thinking about it.
Right. But what if you were to do this in the basement, underneath the basement stairs?
Oh, it'd be a lot different, right?
This is like, looks like it's on the main floor. So,
yeah.
But if you did it in the basement where it's not, you know, where you would have some quiet time, then maybe that's the way to do it and to actually utilize the space. Because I like the way the space lays out, you know?
Yeah, it looks nice. You got your shelves, you know what I mean? It's got what it needs.
Yep.
You know, think about it. A desk is usually no more than 5 feet wide, 30 inches deep, 30 inches high. So you don't need a ton of desk space. And things have changed. You know, back in the day when we had, like, look in front of that chair, they got a computer, a tower.
Right.
You know, there's a tower under there. And I still use those. I got some old school computers that have software I can't replace too easily, right? So not going on my laptop or whatever. But you don't have that much anymore. Now you just have a port you want to plug into, and you know, you use the converter so that you can have a full monitor. You just plug your laptop in, and sorry, I still use a mouse. I can't stand those touchpads.
There's a lot of people that use a mouse.
Yeah.
And a standard keyboard, even though they've got the laptop.
All you're really going to need though for a good desk or a good home office is preferably a dedicated circuit.
Yep.
Right? Because you're going to want to run your computer and your printer and all that. So you don't want to be on something with like the air conditioner or the garbage disposal or something. You know, you don't want to just tap into something that's going to have an amp draw that's going to cause you a little lights to flicker or your computer to mess up. And then, you know, you need your phone charger. So USB, you know, you get the outlets with the USB on them now.
Right.
You know, a lot easier. Just plug the USB right into the outlet. You don't have to mess around with all the different chargers. And then storage is a big thing. You know, like this one here, it's.
like there's some storage there, baby.
Yeah.
Storage.
Yeah, so you need storage. And I mean, it's, you know, it's nice to have your books and things, but I mean, depending on what you do, you might need reams of paper. You got to put your printer somewhere. You know, there's all those little things. Just stupid office supplies, right?
Sure.
So look at the lighting in there. It's beautiful. Its ceiling's nice and bright. The walls are nice and bright.
Yeah.
So I said I don't like fluorescent lights. Nobody really uses them anymore. LED is definitely a way to go, depending where you live. We've talked about this. I prefer 5,000 Kelvin. Most people up north prefer 3,000 Kelvin, the warm light. But either way, when you got LEDs and your computer screen, you should buy a decent pair of glasses that are blue blockers, especially if you're gonna be in front of the screen all day.
Yep.
I don't have blue blockers, but
and notice the flooring here. They've got carpet down here.
yep.
So,
but again, that's a shared office, right? So
right.
So that's the thing. So, you know, the last thing you need to consider is communication, right? So you're going to have a phone line down there, or do you actually have, you know, fiber optic? Do you need cable, whatever, right? Wi-Fi now is a great thing. I know I've upgraded. I got a mesh system and I'm running 5.0 and 2.4, and it's great because a lot of the new stuff's 5.0. So I can leave the old stuff on 2.4. So yeah, so you have that luxury, you could do that luxury office if you're the CFO, CEO of a company, that's the way to go. But again, this one right here, I think this one's great for, a couple of people that got to share the office together.
Right. And then maybe they work different times. They're not in the office at the same time. So then you can get away with this. One's out on appointments during the day and is in the evening, and the others, maybe, in the office while the other's gone. So it works out.
And then one person's considerably taller because I can tell by the size of the chairs.
Yep. That's true. And then this is just has a portable phone on this side, and this has the main office line over here. So that's interesting. Do you want to work with your significant other and have them in the same space, or do you want your own space? So the one that we're doing, we're creating a separate space so that they can each work at each end of the house. So that way they've got their designated work zones. And the other thing too is, when you have that designated work zone, you can close the door and you leave work. If it's on your dining room table, it's on your kitchen table, that work's always there. It's always in front of you. So
Right.
It's kind of nice to be able to close the door and make that work go home. All right. I think we're good, aren't you?
Yep.
Squared
Yeah,
away?
I think so.
All right. Well, with that, if you got any questions, feel free to post them below or send us an email. You can also
Questions or comments? What's your home office like?
let us know how you designed it, and or if you're trying to get something started, we can help you out there too, because we both do those quite a bit. So let's go ahead and hit that subscribe button, dingle on the bell, leave us a note, and with that, we'll say keep it square and level.
Till next time.
Until next time. There you go.
Yeah.